Yo, what is going on? What is going on? It is your boy Darius, and we are back with another video, and it is an Audi TT day. Whew, that was a mouthful. But we are back with another video, right? And just wanted to show y'all where we're at. We are starting straight and into it. I'm not dilly-dallying out here in these streets. However, before we get started, please make sure you subscribe, like the channel, do what you gotta do. Y'all know the gist. Hit the bell notification. Make sure you catch all the videos because we will continue on the Audi TT build. Now, most of the time, I have this open so we have some light. But today is above 100 degrees and I'm not trying to be that guy. So, inside here is kind of cooler than outside, so I'm going to kind of keep the door closed. Sorry for the piss poor lighting, but we'll fix that. But without further ado, bros, let's just see where we are at. So last time we left off, I think we put the belt on, we did the timing, put the cover on. Cover should be nice and snug. Also dropped in, well, I don't think y'all was there for that. I think I did this on my own. Sometimes, you know, I get a little impatient, start knocking some stuff out. I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. Drop the spark plugs in, drop the core packs in. Everything is sitting pretty nice on top of the motor. Some few things I need to focus on. I'm thinking of where I want to target my efforts today. I know getting this engine mount bolt back on is gonna be a, you know, y'all know the filler. But we're gonna try and figure it out. I'm gonna knock it out. I mean, well, not try and figure it out. We already know how to do it. I just know it's a pain in the behind because it was a pain in the behind to get it up in there. And yeah, but it is what it is. So I'm not sure yet. But I have two options: is A, do this and have the engine stationary, or B, do the oil pan. Okay, let me rephrase that. Do the catch can for the oil. It's not an oil pan, but it does catch oil, so I guess kinda it's an oil pan. But without me being too silly, yeah, I'm not quite sure. So I'm just trying to figure out what I should do first. I'm thinking it might be best to just start throwing up everything on this side, so we can just put the engine mounts back. That's a little bit delicate, but you know what? We can do that. I think it's a pretty simple fix. But beforehand, there's two things I want to do. One, see, that looks cruddy, right? Like, yeah, that's not looking too fun. So it's either we can figure out a way to clean it or, you know, eventually replace it. But what I'm going to do is straighten up a little bit, organize, get my thoughts into some order, and then get some better lighting so that y'all don't have to see me just in the dark and whatnot. I'm really leaning towards opening the door. However, I'm not a big fan because outside it's hot, in all honesty. Hey, we got a little bit better lighting. Look at that. Woo, just one click of a button. But some updates, right? So got the piping for this. We are good. I got some extra piping. Got some extra pipe over here. 1, 2. So we should be good on that. I got this fitting, which fits on here, so this will go down in this little hole, bam, and then this will get attached, bam, and then from right here it'll run up, and then it'll get split off like that, bam, and then it'll travel to right there, and then this one will come out and run to this check valve right here, bam, and then it'll pull into the motor, and then that should be the best way we can kind of separate some of this from this. Ta-da! So all right, first of all, we got some light. It is getting pretty hot. You can already see I'm starting to sweat, but it is what it is. I don't think this should be too long, hopefully, but it does give some nice lighting. You feels your boy. So bam, right? So we got the tensioner that gotta go back on this side. We got the engine mounts, we got the engine mount brackets. We have some covers to go along this side. We got the serpentine belt up there. We got the engine mount bracket right here. Awesome. So we can just start organizing that. All the bolts is in there. If I have any bolts to replace, I'm gonna replace them. Of course, we got this immaculately clean. Ooh, that looks so good. Intake manifold that'll go on last. It's not much really to put back on this car, if I ain't gonna hold you, which is a good thing, because that means we know we made it pretty far. Now, I don't remember where this came from. but we'll figure that out. That's just a part of the game. I do know where these come from. Also, I need to make a little, I may pick up something actually, but I need to pick up a little valve blocker for this, if you see my pinky. But for that, well, that's not my pinky, that's my middle finger. But anyways, I need something to cover that. Now, what I normally do is I'll figure it out, but I don't want to do that this time. I think I might actually get like a little nice cap. With some things else that I am thinking through, I think we are good so far. I'm gonna just start moving some of these things out of my way. But yeah, so without further ado, I think that's what we're gonna get started at. We're gonna get started at engine mount side, put back as much of these things as I can, and then put back the engine mounts and the engine mount bracket. That is as hard as it is to come out, is just as hard to go back in. So I'm not looking forward to it, but we'll do that. Most of the stuff back here is already bolted up, so we should be good. I'm not gonna really mess with the plumbing and piping on this end, although right now might be the best time, but I think we should be good on that. Yeah. So yeah, I don't have nothing else. Let's just get started. I'm excited.
A few moments later.
Yo, I'm getting my behind beat over here, bros. I am struggling to get this bracket up in here. Yeah. The next thing I'm thinking to do is maybe jack the engine over a little bit, but I gotta find a place to do that that's nice and easy, and then maybe I can get it up and over. But the realistic part is that I need this to just go above this, and that's hard to really see, but kind of knew it was going to be a struggle. Been here for quite a while already. These brackets is always difficult to take over these cars, just because you don't have enough space. You have AC lines and other vacuum lines in the way. I even took off the pulley off the crankshaft just to see if that would give me some space. It didn't, but we're gonna work through that.
More moments later.
All right. Whew. After some really big finagling, finally got this sucker in. My wrist is hurting me though, but we made it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw in the screws, and then I'm gonna drop the motor, and then tighten up the bolts, and then I'll tighten them to spec at the bottom because I think they're easier to reach then. And then we'll throw the engine mounts on, throw any covers we gotta throw on, and then we should be good on this side. Then the rest of it is just to put on back the intake and set up the catch cans. But yeah, and we got new bolts. So the hardest part has yet to come. Well, let me stop. The hardest part has just left the building when it comes to putting that stuff in. But with that said, I'm gonna knock out those screws. How I got it in, I had to come from the top and kind of like pull all of this stuff back, put a lot of pressure on here, and actually I kind of pulled it forward a little bit with my hand, which gave me just enough clearance to get the front end, and then it was just to get the back end. That back end was difficult, but with a little bit more persuasion on, you know, these piping over here, I was able to kind of push it down, although it took a lot of force and some finagling, but finally got it. I had to move it around this and this metal pipe. All right, so just wanted to show y'all this. All right, so got the engine mount in place, got the engine mount bracket on, bolted and spec'd out, like torqued down to spec. I also want to let y'all know, so similar to the head bolts, right? You want to torque down the engine mount bolts to a certain way and to a certain spec. So, you know, you got to visit your handy dandy manual and figure out what that looks like for you. But just giving y'all a heads up, do that. And then also, I actually replaced all of the bolts, right? So I replaced the bolts for the engine mount going down into the body, and then for the engine mount going down into the engine mount bracket. I also am going to tie these back up here, which is the bolt that goes here. These bolts go into this bracket and then hold the engine mount at the back here. I'm using a jack right now. Again, if you can see, with a piece of wood, you know, to disperse the weight. of the motor. But once we get the engine mounts and stuff bracketed up, I am going to go underneath there and tighten back up all of the covers and stuff like that at the bottom. But once that's done, I think the engine will be sitting back in the car on its own strength, and then we just gotta put the intake manifold back after rerouting all of these wires, covers on, reroute some wires, and also figure out where the catch can is gonna go. All right, bros, it is the next day. We ran pretty late, but we are good to go. Number one, there's no more jack holding anything up. Jack is out the building. Number two, engine is pretty solid. We're good so far. Drop the engine mount in, got the bracket in finally. And make sure y'all torque those things down to the book. Another few things I'm going to do is probably clean up this side, put the cover back, and then start putting back, like, I have this tension right here for the serpentine belt. They got to go back on, and then I'm going to run. So this is what I'm going to do right now. Put this side back, try and clean up everything on this side, and then once we finish on this side, I'm going to leave the hoses disconnected for right now because we'll clean up that as we go. And then once I finish on this side, then move over into clearing up this space. I'm gonna see what else is over here and what else we may not need, and also figure out where we're gonna run this little doohickey called catch can. Yeah, making good progress, man. All right, so got this attached. This is gonna sit here, gonna run here, and then the T, so I can show y'all where is the T. The T would run like that, and then boom, it'll have this running here, this running there, and then running straight to there. And I do have to say that your boy put the fittings on the wrong side, so I gotta actually swap them. This one needs to go, this one has to go for the bottom, and this one gotta go for the top. So I'm thinking about just doing that, undoing it right there, and bop, and then run that one to the bottom. But you get the gist. So we're making way, we're making progress. Just wanted to show y'all that. And then this one will run right here, like I said, to the T. Bam. So gonna knock that out, get this catch can. I don't know, I kind of like the fact that it's hidden. I'm not gonna hold you, it's nowhere to be seen. You don't know it's there, you just see a couple of extra hoses. I can use this and just empty it out from the bottom, just drain it. It'll never have to be known. I can drain it at any time I want without even have to open it and take it off the hood. I think that is dope. So anyways, gonna finish this up. This, as you know, is a clamp. Should have got a metal one. Didn't think it through all the way. But hey, we're gonna use what we got so far, and if anything happens, just gotta come back underneath it. But this car is not done so quick, so we got other things and projects we're gonna want to do on it. Either way, we are good. So with that said, I'm gonna continue working on this beast. But I'm excited. I hope y'all are excited because we are getting to the finish line. We are coming to the finish line very quickly. So yeah, I'm excited. All right, GoPro, stop recording. All right, yo. So this is all wired up. We are good on this one. I think this will look really neat. The battery box will try to kind of sit right here. We'll have all whatever we gotta run up and in here. Everything will be connected. I think this just has to pull out like that. I forgot that on the other side. But that should be an easy pull through when I have two hands, just don't want to break the plastic. But yeah, pass it under. We're all good. So that'll go up there like that. This will all run like that. Nothing is interfering with each other. I ran it from here and underneath into this little loop right here. The T-bar is up. Nothing has crinks. We are good to go on that front. This will also get ran, but I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna actually put this. And then I gotta put the block off for this there. And then I think we should be pretty good. I'm gonna put the serpentine belt back too. So I'm gonna try and just clean up. All of this is just hoses and putting back the intake manifold and the intake itself. I think we're getting good progress, man. And I like the fact that over here is clear, because I can always find something else to put in that corner. But we're making good progress. So just wanted to show you out what the catch can look like. It's like that, bam. And then see this check valve will go at the bottom. And then this back has a little nozzle to stick it into a cup. And then you just turn it, boom. And it'll open and it'll drain out. When the finish drain, you just close it back. And you can literally reach that from right underneath here where this hose is. Bam. I'll cut this one to size, making sure that I can probably just tuck it up and in there and maybe zip tie it down. And yeah, we should be good to go. Zip tie it down and we should be good. All right, bros, check it out. I got the catch can ran, sitting nice and neat, as well as let me show you underneath. Here is the bleeder in red. I hope that's not too dark. Here's the bleeder, boom, for the catch can. You just bleed it right there and you twist it back. I think that should be good. Just like that, bam. And that's not going nowhere. So real Gucci there. And then the catch can at the top is nice and tucked away. So all I gotta do, put the battery. You won't even notice that this is some extra wires for anything or any plumbing, but did a good job. We actually deleted that and we are good to go. Also put the auxiliary belt back on. I washed out the coolant reservoir. Just gonna wipe it down a little bit, wipe some things down a little bit, and then boom, on to the next. All right, bro, so got it to start. Definitely is running. It sounds really, really good. I just have one issue. So for some reason, no matter what I do, the valve cover back here is leaking, and it's leaking right back here in this little spot. Now, I took off the valve cover a couple times and cleaned it. I make sure the surfaces was flat, everything. Bolted it down to spec. I even tightened it a little extra, and I'm still getting that leak. So I'm not quite sure what to do here. But that's legitimately the only thing holding us back right now, is that particular leak. All right, bro, so I know this is actually another day. I originally planned to end the video the other night when I couldn't figure out what the issue was and why it was leaking in the back there. However, as you can see, I took everything off. I was like, you know, let me do another inspection. I cleaned up everything around it, make sure everything was good. I cleaned up everything off of the valve cover. Everything is nice and smooth. So I was pushing on this end saying, okay, you know what, let me see. Maybe I can see what's happening. I can know what's going on. So I took it up, was pushing on it, and I'm like, oh, why is it not going down? When I lifted it up, I lifted the gasket, and let me show y'all what I found. It is the most simplest thing. So your boy just missed this, which is a piece of the other gasket that was sitting underneath on the screw, which is why it wouldn't close all the way. Bam, that caused all of my heartache yesterday. So I'm like, you know what, let me put it together and let me start it for y'all. So let's get it, bros. We're gonna put this back up, put this all back together, and we're gonna give it that start it deserves. All right, bros, sorry for the sweat. It is hot outside, but yeah, just wanted to show y'all this. Everything should be put back together. As y'all know, we deleted some of the stuff up here already, so that's why this is not plugged in. I gotta find a little nicer place to put it, but for right now, it could sit there. All the vacuum lines, just put it back together, ran up this. That issue with the valve cover should be fixed, so I want to check that out. So I'm actually gonna jump it right now because the battery is dead, and let's hope that it starts. Let's go. And no leaks. The truth is no leaks. So let's get it. After all of this, bros, let's see. All right, it is running. Now let's make sure it's not leaking. So far, it seems to be good. Damn. No more oil leak. No more oil leak. It is running. Bros, we did that. I can't keep it on too long though, because we ain't got no coolant. So just wanted to make sure it ran and no oil leaks. All right, bros, so it lives, bros. It is running and it is good. We are good. There's no leaks. We have finally put this TT back together. Oh, y'all don't know how happy I am. And it sounds good. Only thing to do is to actually test drive it, but we're not doing that this time. This is supposed to be just a PS to the video, because, you know, your boy figured it out relatively quickly. So I was like, you know what? Let me record it. But I am excited. I'm excited because we finally got it up and running. And it sounds good. So timing sounds like we put it back into place. Everything seems to be okay. What I am going to do is I am going to put coolant back in it, fill it up, put the wheels back on, put things back together, and bada bing, bada boom, we should be good to go. Zoom, zoom. I am excited. Let me just take these off. Yeah, bro. So, with that said, and without further ado, I'm ending this one finally. Again, I'm ending it right here. But thank y'all for watching, man. And let's get it. BMW done in terms of running. Audi TT looking clean and is in better shape than when we got it, and it is running. Should be good to go. So let's knock it out. Let's see what else is up with it. Let's put it on the floor. But that would be for another day. I'm excited. You can't tell because I'm not stopping this video when I'm supposed to. But either way, I have to drop this video at this point. So I'll catch y'all in the next one. I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited for the next one. So I'm hoping y'all are too. Peace.
Perfect.